welcome to Corporate Tales. It's Sunday, about 4:49 p.m. and I had a relaxing Saturday. I just binged watched Netflix and Amazon Prime. I watched that movie Gunjan Saxena. So if you want to catch up on Netflix, I liked it. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday and today. Half a Sunday, half a day. I had a self-care Sunday. I colored my hair. I did had at home pedicure and just then just lunch and rested for a while. Then I thought I'll just get ready to talk to you and just connect with you. Uh, so yeah, that's why I did not shoot the video yesterday because I just thought I'll have a chill Saturday rather than running from one thing to the other. So the topic for today is how to be the best leader. I'm very passionate about this topic because I am myself a lead and I have been leading teams for over 7-8 years and currently I'm working as a technical project manager. So actually wanted to shoot this video on Friday, but then I just had oil my hair, and that meant and that meant like I have to wash my hair, color my hair, and those kind of things. Plus, it's very very cold in Hyderabad. It's extremely cold right now. So do let me know. I know it's raining in Mumbai and Pune very heavily. So be safe and be warm. Okay, so I have my list as usual. So the number one team is the number one the number one tip from me is you know give yourself time to know your team and give time to your team as well to know the leader, know you as a leader. It's gonna take time. Every so often you will get new team to manage, and it has of course happened with me a few times. It could be it is definitely challenging when we are working from home because people have not seen you. It's a bit difficult to relate and get team to do what you want them to do. So just give them some time. Be friendly. If you are in a situation like mine where you have to handle a team you have never met, have a one-to-one discussions. Call them, introduce yourself, ask them to introduce themselves as well a little bit more. Ask, have that connect. Ask them for their hobbies, what they usually do, if they like to cook. I find that people here in Hyderabad like to cook a lot, even men. So that can be a good conversation starter. If you want a tip, who are, for people who are from here, from Hyderabad. So yeah, that's what I did. I had a a casual one-to-one discussion with my team, and I do see now they are connecting and collaborating more with me. So that's one. And like always, uh, I have my list because I keep forgetting. So, once the one-to-one discussion is done and throughout, be friendly, but don't allow anyone to overstep your boundaries because your manager, you have to get things done. Sometimes you have to be in authoritative mode. So don't allow anyone to take granted. Otherwise, as well in personal life, don't allow anyone to take you for granted. Especially once it when it comes to managing team, because one too many coffee, and sometimes people think that people don't understand not everyone will understand boundaries, and they think, oh, I'm going for a coffee with my manager, so I'm allowed to not do certain things or allowed to do things my way, and that's not how it works. So be friendly and don't be extremely uptight leader, and and just make sure that you have assertive boundaries and don't allow anyone to step on your boundaries, because if one person takes it for granted, the word goes out, and then next thing you know, your entire team takes you for granted. So don't let that happen. The next thing is, uh, these tips are different from the tips that I did a few months ago, I think month of May, boss lady tips. That is also pretty interesting video. So do go through, do watch that video as well. These are in general tips that anyone can follow to be the best leader. The second one is, know the process. Do some task yourself as well to gain that credibility and respect from your team. Just don't be too bossy. You do this and you do that because you have authority over your team. Know your process, know your stuff, and be knowledgeable. Just don't be 100% dependent on your team, and that will, slowly you will get gain respect from your team as well. Okay. And the other, if you know your stuff, if you know what your team is supposed to do, you know the process, the technical stuff that needs to be done, you can manage a team well. That's one thing. Second thing is you can mentor your team. Be a mentor. A lot of people, it's very difficult to find mentor, at least in IT industry, and people flatly refuse because they are very very busy, and they just don't have time, and not everybody is interested in mentorship. I am extremely interested in mentorship, and I have, naturally I have a coaching kind of leadership style. So try and have a coaching kind of leadership style. I don't believe in servant leadership. I don't follow agile process. I don't manage development teams, and it necessarily it doesn't work for me. And I manage support teams, so it does not work for me. But I do have a coaching kind of leadership style. So sometimes it is okay to mentor somebody for maybe email communication or oral communication, or managing process, or following process, or following rules, or doing something, taking care of technical things in your team. So it is okay. Some people are slow learner and they need coaching for a long time, so that is okay. uh, that is okay. I mean, just be patient, and be a good mentor to your team. That's necessary. That's definitely number one on my list, to be the best leader. And try and learn or practice to have a coaching kind of leadership style. Okay, so people also feel free to approach you with their queries to get answered, and they look up to you. So that's one. Okay, that's one. And then, of course, we have to be good listener. Be absolutely a good listener. Okay, and see what your team has to say. If you want your team to be number one, you have to listen to your team. Absolutely take feedback from them, for your work. That's the first thing. And see if they have any suggestions, see if they have any process improvements that you can implement to make your team best, and to be your best leader as well. So uh, be definitely be a good listener. Find some time, even though you're busy during the day, find some time to connect with your team. Maybe not with everybody, but just divide across the week. If you can connect with two people, depending on how upon your team size, connect, and take suggestions, and any improvements that they want to bring in the team, any changes that they want to bring in the team. That also will give confidence to your team that you are listening. Okay. The other thing is, don't be scared to ask for feedback. There is something called 360-degree feedback, where I give feedback to my team member and take feedback from my team member. So I do that last appraisal cycle as well. I asked for feedback, and I got a pretty good feedback. They said you were very friendly. We were very worried, but you are very friendly, you are very helpful. And a lot of my team members in Bangalore were introvert. So they said you made a point to connect with us, so that was very good. So that's the feedback that I got. So it's good to take feedback from your team as well. Just give me a second. Sorry about that. Yeah. So take feedback from your team, and keep improving. So, like, where is my list? Yeah, and just, once you've taken feedback, you have to be self motivated. You have to be self motivated to motivate your team. That's a very big one. And you have to ensure that you motivate your team, stay connected, motivate your team from time to time, to ensure that they are, they can exceed the expectations, and bring some good improvements in their performance, and in the performance of your team as well, overall performance of your team as well. So, like, don't be worried, and just ensure that you motivate yourself and your team as well in the process. Let me just go through the list. Oh yeah, I remember. The next thing is, like I said, stay connected to your team. Let's just for a second forget that we are living in pandemic. Have team outing, or something fun Friday or something like that. so that you are connected and people can just forget about their work and be themselves and have the team bonding, and so that your team can work collaboratively to resolve some extreme issues or difficult issues, or simple issues as well, so that they have good team bonding. So right now I don't have that, like we don't have that luxury of going out for team lunch or outing, but sometimes we do connect on Friday, have kind of fun Friday over Skype, so that we can talk about any movie that they watched, or anything fun that they are cooking or something like that, any recipe that they can share. So have fun Friday so that people can step out of work and connect collaboratively as well. So these are my top tips. I can go on and on and on about being the leader. And like I said in my previous video, always be a learner. For me as well, learning never stops. So I will always be a learner to be best leader going forward. I don't think that I think that best is yet to come. I read it somewhere today. So best is yet to come. So always be learner, and also see if you can do some behavioral courses that are there for leaders. I'm very much interested. Some people frown upon them, but I'm very much interested in all kind of behavioral training as well. So that will just add value to your leadership style and make you the best leader. So let me know if you have any tips to share with me about being a leader that I've not covered. Please share with me. And if you like the video, hit like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.